Okay, I wanted to go over some things with you today, more infiltrating on these rates and give you a better intuitive on trying to make the correct decision and let you know more about some things that probably most people don't know about when you're picking a real estate option or donation option in St. Kitts. I wanted to go over some figures with you. St. Kitts had this big discount that was back in, they ran it from January the 1st of this year, 2023, until June of this year. And then what happened was the government, most people don't realize this, when they went on the discount on the donation option from, it was originally $150,000 for one person, and then they dropped it to $125,000. And then they jumped it back up just in the last couple of days to $250,000 for one person. That including the other fees. That's just the government fee. Now, I want to bring some things out to you. You might want to write this down so you can get a better informed decision if you're thinking about getting citizenship in St. Kitts. Also, folks, if you want to legally get around high income taxes or how to get a second passport as quick as 45 days, do three things. Hit the subscribe button at the right of your screen right here, and you get new videos automatically as they come out. And I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, put it below. And number three is go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and just ask for some help. All right, these are the figures you got to write down. Before this promotion came about in January of this year, the real estate government fee was around $35,000 US dollars. They actually, most people don't know this, they actually discounted that along with the donation option. They dropped that from $35,000 to $25,000 US. Now, that has not changed. That's what it is now. Okay, I just double checked it. It's $25,000. That's the new change they've got, which is virtually no change. They actually dropped it. They had that huge discount of 28%. Now, this is the point I'm trying to make. The donation option dropped from $150,000 down to $125,000. That's a 16% drop. So what most people don't realize, the donation option was actually, the drop was about half what it was on the real estate option drop. Again, the real estate option drop was 28%. The donation option drop was around 16%. But this is the key. When the government just recently went up to $250,000, remember they went from $150 to $125, then back up to $250. They doubled the figure. They kept the discount on the real estate donation to where it was that promotion from January the 1st to the end of June of this year. So if you take a calculator and you take the $250,000 donation option now, the rate they've gone up to so high on one person, and look at what it is for real estate for one person now, which is $25,000. Just take $250,000 minus 90%, and that's $25,000. The government's actually giving you now with the new rates a 90% reduction on the government fee on the real estate option for one person versus what it is on the sustainable, well actually we'll call it the donation option, make it simple, because they changed names, so we'll just say donation option, make it simple. So basically what they've done is they've given you a 90% discount on the government fee now from what it was versus the donation option. So we're looking at $250,000 versus $25,000 for one person on the government fee. Now, let me give you some advice on this too, some things because most people just don't look at this, they don't pay attention to these rates. What you're going to find out is this is actually going to be, you're going to see real estate change dramatically in St. Kitts, and the reason you're going to see this I saw a couple of notifications that came in. They were just totally wrong. People got confused. One guy complained. Usually the people complain are the ones that don't have the money. And I don't even know why I'm addressing this, because a lot of these people should be really looking at a different citizenship option anyway. If you don't have $2 or $3 million in assets, you shouldn't be looking at St. Kitts option anyway. Okay, this is the golden standard. But if you don't have the assets, you shouldn't be dealing with this this option to begin with. Okay, but this is the key right here that you're going to have to look at. Is St. Kitts, what they've done, the properties are going to go way up for several reasons. Number one, the option, somebody sent in a notification, said, well, Tom, you know, they won't, now they've bumped the real estate on a villa. You're going to have to pay $800,000 instead of $400,000 now. And that's wrong. What you did was you listened to that wrong when you listened to it. That $800,000 pertains to properties that qualify for the home option. Now, if you buy a single-family dwelling with a home option, it's $800,000 minimum. If it's a condo, it's a $400,000 minimum. But what they've done is they've opened up a lot more properties. See, with the home program, you couldn't use a condo before, so you didn't have as much to choose from. Now you've got a lot more to choose from here in St. Kitts. But obviously, those properties have to qualify. You have to get them approved through the government to get them approved for the home program, which is good, because what it does is it keeps any sort of riffraff out. But this is the key. You can pay $400,000 for a house. You want to, but you have to buy it in the citizenship developments, not something that qualifies for the home program. That's the difference. But someone said that, brought it up, and that's wrong, because you can still get properties, a home for that amount. But folks, let me tell you, we're in a country that has no income tax, no capital gains tax, no estate tax, no inheritance tax. Properties over here are going to cost more. You're having more and more wealthy people come in, and I can tell you that step they just put, where they came in and made they doubled the price on homes qualifying for the home program, single family homes, not condos, from $400,000 to $800,000. What do you think that's going to do on the value of the properties in St. Kitts? They're automatically going to go up, I can tell you that. And it's not just that too. This move they made with the Sustainable Growth Fund, doubling that fee, I can't imagine anybody picking the Sustainable Growth Fund over the real estate option now. I just can't see it. I couldn't see it before. I definitely can't see it now. But what that's going to do is going to cause a greater demand for properties here, which is going to make the properties go way up. And it's not just that too. I've told people before, and I've brought this up before, but I got a lot of new viewers that just constantly come in and they don't see this. This is probably the most important thing I'm going to tell you today. One of the dumbest mistakes that I see people make when they're looking at getting real estate in St. Kitts, I always will get people who will email me and say, oh, Tom, by the way, I've already gotten citizenship, but I'm calling you about the real estate, okay? And the reason I didn't want to get both, I wanted to do these separate. I didn't want to have to depend on the property qualifying for citizenship, okay? I want to be able to buy whatever I wanted to buy. I'm not going to call this stupid, but it's incredibly ignorant. Let me tell you why. It's kind of like going into a car dealership and you're buying the same car and you're buying it 10 times. The same car, you're just paying 10 times for the car, okay? Again, the donation option is $250,000 for one person. It's $25,000 with the real estate option. That's 10 times difference. So when you go down and you spend money for donation option, and then you come down here and you get a property, that's just stupid. I mean, why not buy the property? If you're going to get, especially if you're going to get a property here to begin with, why get the donation option and then pay 10 times more on the government fee? That's stupid, folks. It's amazing how many people do that. And this is the thing right here. Your best deals are going to be actually, as I mentioned before, are going to be either homes that qualify in the home program or these are properties that qualify for citizenship, either in the home program or in the citizenship developments. This is why, and I've brought this out before, internalize what I'm getting ready to tell you. I've done videos on this before. We did a statistics on properties, and actually went right, I know somebody in the registry office. I did this in 2014, but again, it's going to hold, the ratio won't be exact, but it's going to be pretty close. We did an analysis on properties that sold for citizenship versus ones that did not sell for citizenship. In other words, they didn't qualify for citizenship. They were outside the citizenship zones. Or they could have been someone that bought maybe in the citizenship zones, but they didn't buy for citizenship. They might have just bought for lifestyle. But these are the facts. For every 50 properties that sold for citizenship, one sold outside not for citizenship. That's a 50-to-1 ratio, that when you don't get a property that qualifies for citizenship, what happens is you throw yourself in a unique market where there's very few people that will buy your property, okay? Now, somebody put in a notification, can people like locals buy citizenship properties? Yeah, there's tons of people. It doesn't make any difference. They don't discriminate between people that are citizens and people that are locals in buying property, okay? So anybody can buy your property, whether it's for citizenship or not. The key thing is, most people that are local here, unless they're in the citizenship zones, are not going to be able to afford these properties, okay? And so what you're doing is you're wanting to market them to people outside the country that are well off. And that's where most of, like I said, 50-to-1. This is showing you where the market's coming from. So let me give you an example. This is foolish. Going in and getting a donation option and then buying in an area, I call them the cheap areas, that are outside the resort areas, okay? And they think they're getting a good buy on them. What happens is they get up in the mornings, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, all of a sudden, and then they're thinking, damn, if I got to put up with this every day, yep, you got to put up with it every day. And you can't go out and shoot those son of a bitches, okay? This is the type of thing you're going to have to deal with. And it's not just that. When you resell it, you think you got it at a cheap price, you're going to have to sell it for an ultra cheap price when you resell it, because it's not going to qualify for citizenship, okay? And what's going to happen is you're going to be stuck with that property for a long, long time, okay? My suggestion, because a lot of people come down here, I'm telling you stuff that you won't see until you actually come down here and stay for a while. I'm telling you about mistakes that happen. I hear it from people all the time that come down here, and people that don't have much money, especially the ones that don't have much money, they're expats. And they try to go in and buy in ultra cheap places, and nobody's buying it for citizenship because it doesn't qualify for citizenship. And also, most people that come down here with money want to be in areas where, you know, that it's a planned unit development, okay? And also it qualifies for citizenship. Now, what you're going to find out is almost all of your properties that are planned unit developments, in fact, I don't know of one that's not, they're all qualified for citizenship. A developer would be stupid to come down here and build a development and not try to get it qualified for citizenship. So what you're doing is, when you buy outside of those areas, you're just killing yourself. And this is what happens with some people that get the Sustainable Growth Fund. First of all, they pay 10 times more on the government fee. Then they come down and buy a property they can't resell later. and then they've paid all these fees that they could have paid $25,000 instead of now $250,000. These are the type of huge mistakes that I see people make all the time. and they think they're getting a good deal, and then they look back. When they start getting educated, it's going to take a while to get. What I'm telling you now, in 10 to 15 minutes, sometimes it takes several years before people, they come down and it sinks in, okay? I'm telling you before, you don't have to wait years down the road. If you listen to what I'm telling you, take notes on it. I'm telling you stuff that's going to save you a lot of headaches down the road. And I'm telling you right now, the government has just given a 90% discount off on the government fee. Just depends on which program you pick. It's the real estate program, you get a 90% discount off the Sustainable Growth Fund option government fee for one person. Now, my advice is, I would not wait like you did. If you haven't got the citizenship now, don't wait until the government all of a sudden discovers, and probably I shouldn't be doing this video. They see this video, maybe they already know the difference. It's 90% difference, but they're probably going to come in and triple that fee, okay? Once they triple that fee, you're going to look in the mirror and kick yourself in the ass for not going out and jumping in and buying. And by the way, too, the background check fees have gone up. I'm going to do a video over the next several days. I don't have time today. I'm going to do the rates on the donation option for probably a family of one. I'm going to do it also for the home program and also for the regular option of the real estate option buying in the citizenship developments. Pretty much, you're going to have almost the same regs on the real estate option in the citizenship developments versus the home program. The only big difference is that I could really see, there might be something else, but I could only really pick up at the time, was the amounts that you invest in property in the home program is a $400,000 minimum for condominiums and $800,000 for a villa. In the citizenship developments, it's just $400,000. It doesn't make any difference what sort of property you buy there, okay? So I wanted to clear that up so you'd understand how that works. Folks, if you want to learn more on this, also don't forget to look at our videos the next several days, because I'm going to give you rates on all those three options. But one other thing I want to tell you before we end up is the background check fees have gone up a lot with all the options, and it's the same with all three of them, okay? They went up around, I think it was around 80% on one of them. I forgot the exact percentages, but they've gone up substantially. I can just tell you off the top of my head. The main primary went from 7,500 up to 10,000, but I'll give you these figures in the next couple of days there. And the other ones went from, it was around, I don't have it right in front of me, it was around, the original fee was 4,000, and it's gone up, I don't even remember the exact fee, but it's gone up pretty much, 50 to 80%. And those fees are probably going to keep going up because of inflation. And I'm really surprised they haven't, those fees have been the same almost for 20 years, not 20 years, maybe 15 years, I'd say. So, you know, you're probably going to see those continuously increase the background check fees. So, you know, if you're going to be jumping in this, I would be going in before. I would say the next thing the government will probably go up on is going to be the government fees on the real estate option. I'm really surprised they have not done that, because they could double that easy and it would still be a lot cheaper than the donation option the way it's set up now. Anyway, folks, if you want to learn more on this, go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and ask for some help. If you want to legally get your income taxes to zero, or how to get a second passport as quick as 45 days. And I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, put it below. And again, don't forget, hit the subscribe button right on your screen, right here just under this video, and you'll get the videos automatically as they come out each day. And I look forward to talking to you on the next video. Take care.